What's going on, guys? Well, a few things have changed around here. Follow me on Instagram, you've already seen it. So we're still working with the S10, but this is not the same S10 that we had. I basically sold the old S10 and got this S10 within a day of each other, within like 24 hours of each other. This one is similar to the old one. It obviously looks way nicer. This one's not done yet though, so let's go over what this thing entails. And I feel like I know, actually, this is the car that is going to stick around on this channel for a very, very long time. All right, so let's get into what this car actually is, or truck, I should say. Let's go over what it has, and we'll go over what we have to do to it and where we're going with it. All right, so for those who remember, John is back. He actually lives closer now, so we're going to be seeing a lot more of him, especially me, which I'm very, very happy about. But this is a 1998 Chevy S10. We had a 97 S10, which had a 363 LS, big turbo, and power glide and all that stuff, which was a running, pretty much almost turnkey car. Now this S10 is not turnkey. It's very close though. It's probably, I'd say what, about 85% done? About 85% done. Biggest thing for me, all the fabrication work is done. So we don't need to do any fabrication work. Small, an O2 sensor bung, that's it, which is very easy. So, but outside of that, it's really just some wiring, mechanical work, and fire it up, start testing it, adjusting it, and see where we go from there. All right, so starting off, has a wing already and has a parachute already, so that's good. It's on a 28-10.5 slick, which is brand new. Some really nice wheels. What are they? Kaiser aluminum wheels, bead locks. Built 8.8. Same thing as the last truck, Caltrack leaf spring. Last truck was a 9 inches, an 8.8 built, 35 spline. Fuel cell, we are going to run E85 on this, but pretty nice fuel cell, new battery, trans cooler, radiator in the bed. All the lines are already plumbed. This also has a water pump. The cage work is done very nice. It's actually a serted cage. So we got the funny car hoop, Motion Raceworks steering wheel. It's a Holly, so we got Holly dash. John, can you open that door so we can kind of see CO2? Very nice shifter in it as well. I believe this can run off CO2 as well. I'll have to look into it. So it needs to be wired. Terminator X. We got to do all the wiring, but everything is there. It's got a nice switch panel up here. I think it's like a speed wiring switch panel. Very nice cage work, like I said. Seat, brand new seat belt. The doors are gutted. It's got some optic armor glass. Now let's get this hood off. We can show what's under the hood. But the hood's got all the Zeus pins. We put all this stuff back in. These Zeus pins were all out. The truck is wrapped. We're not sure if it's a purple or a blue. John, he basically, what'd you say?
In the sunlight, it's purple, and yeah.
Well, now it kind of looks blue. No, it kind of looks purple now. But he called it, what'd you call it yesterday? The Duke for Duke Blue Devils, which is funny because my wife's a Carolina fan. And I think, honestly, I think the cage, speaking of the cage, I think the cage is 850 serted. It was on this side. I don't know if you'll be able to tell. Here's the cert tag right here. I think the cert is expired, 21, 850 or slower. So, I mean, we'll just get it recerted. The thing is in pristine condition. I'm sure it'll have no issues getting recerted. But like I said, Terminator X. Terminator X right here. fuse panel. We got to do all the wiring and stuff, but they did a really nice job. I mean, they put these little grommet things in, you know, where they cut the hole in the floor so it seals up very nice. Little things, they did so many little things, right? The battery post here, so basically we're going to run the power cable to here, but then it actually comes out on the other side. It's a bulkhead fitting, so we can run our positive terminal from that fitting straight to the battery, or the starter, excuse me. So John's just getting the hood off. It's light enough, he can do it on his own. We had some trouble getting the hood on. I was trying to help him, or let him do it on his own. So he's getting used to it. He's learning the ways. Just put that screwdriver down so you don't scratch up. Okay, just grab it like there you go. You can put it in the bed or whatever, or in the grass. Actually, put it in the grass. Yeah. All right, so again, we are working with the LS. This is a stock bore, stock stroke, 5.3 forged internals, 709. It's Wilk 799. Sorry, 799 heads. Precision 88 millimeter turbo. I mean, but the fabrication work. Look at the fabrication work on this. The dude did a phenomenal job. The ride height was really low. I had to reset the ride height. We're close. I got to do a little bit more adjusting. Let's see what else we got going on. So we got Willwood brakes all around. They're all brand new. Manual brake setup. We got a line lock that we're going to have to hook up. We got to wire all the stuff up, mount the coils. We got a vacuum block here, vacuum block is probably going to go there. We might switch it up though, because the coils, granted they have these mounts, unless we can get them on this bar, I might actually mount them up there, and then the vacuum block maybe over there. The problem is we have a lot of room over here, so we can mount coils over here if we mounted the vacuum block there, which that's the vacuum block right there. But this side is the problem. There's not really any room. You know, it's not really very, there's not really any, it's not spacious. There's no room for these coils. So unless we can put them up here, then they're more than likely going to go in the middle, and we'll put the vacuum block down here, which I think that's what we're going to do. What else we got? I mean, you see the terminator wiring. Here's that bulkhead fitting like I was talking about for the power cable. Trans, it's got a turbo 400. So it's a 3-speed turbo 400. I mean, I talked about the turbo. It is a non-intercooled, which I'm probably going to either have an intercooler fabbed, or put an intercooler there and have it fabbed up. But you know, maybe that would probably require drilling some holes in the bumper. But I'm not really, you know, making a few passes, like making a pass E85 will be okay, but you know, really, you know, no intercooler is kind of a, you know, alcohol M1 type thing, not really so much a E85 thing. So we'll get that figured out. You know, we're still a little bit of ways from, you know, for what we're going to end up doing, firing it up and stuff in these next few weeks, we'll be all right. All right, guys, under the car, you can see that A8, the QA1 shocks. They moved them inboard, so that's very nice. Like I said, leaf spring truck. I believe that's a split mono. Does it have sliders? Oh, it's got sliders too. So it's got sliders, which is very good, because so when the truck extends, this will actually, so that bolt will slide forward as the rear end separates, and there is a ton of room for separation there. Those are actually back pretty far, but we're gonna have to crawl under and look. But the guy said all the brake lines were done. They look done. We'll check it out. There's no fluid in it, so we're gonna end up having to bleed the brakes and all that stuff anyway. No anti-roll bar, but I don't really think one is like entirely necessary on a leaf spring truck or leaf spring car. We'll play it by ear and see. I mean, a couple things I already see. I see like the Caltrack bars, some of the nuts are loose. We really have to go over this thing because it's not complete. So we're gonna have to go over pretty much every nut and bolt in this whole truck, and you know, you can see that right there. That nut's loose, and the same one on the other side. All I mean, but like I said, fab work is done. You can see the bottom of the drive shaft loop there. There's one there, and then there's one up in the front as well. Guy did a great job. Whoever did all the fab work on this truck. I mean, they boxed the frame right there. They did a really good job. Not sure if I mentioned, we got to make some transcooler lines. Again, wire all this stuff up. But yeah, guys, so like I said, I know I bounced around between cars a lot. I think this one's here to stay. I really, looking at it, I am really, really excited to dive into this thing. It's very well built, and for what I got it for, which I feel like I pretty much stole it, to be honest. Dude had another car he wanted to get rid of this one, needed to recoup the cash, and here we are. So, I mean, he posted it, and I think within a few hours, I was like, hey man, I'll come give you cash for it now. So, I'm sure I forgot something, but we'll, we did a few things. We did, like John put, like I said, we riveted all of the Zeus fittings, set the ride height. It needed a turbo drain hose. I did that already. I think that's all we did. That's all we did to it today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're kind of slow rolling with this. I mean, in the past, I was just, putting stuff together really quick and, doing it for content and plus because I'm impatient. But with this one, we're going to take our time. We're going to go pretty slow. We want everything to be methodical and perfect. I worked on that drain hose for, 5 times as long as I normally would to get a nice bend in it and a nice flow where, the turbo will drain nicely into the oil pan. Yeah, we're gonna slow rolling this thing. So this way, when we can actually get it out there on the track, one, it's gonna look good. Everything's gonna look great on it. And we're gonna roll out. I mean, the goal is obviously to get somewhere in the 4s and the 8th mile. We're not gonna get there right off the go. We'll probably start off in the 6s, work our ways down into the 5s and so on and so forth. But just as this truck sits, if I just threw this thing together, threw some E85 in it, rolled out, I'd say it'd go every bit of 550s. Just right out of the gate. Maybe even 530s, depending, with what it's got. A lot of unknowns about the truck too. The guy got it from another guy, and they pretty much just slow rolled it until I got it. And the dude I got it from, he actually was like second guessing selling it, and I can see why. I really see why. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this one. Introduction to this truck. Like I said, me and John, we spent a little bit, we just got it yesterday, so we spent a couple hours today, but better part of the afternoon on it today. I don't know what we'll tackle tomorrow. Probably get going on, I was going to say the wiring. Wiring is the biggest task. We finished a couple small things today, but the wiring is really what's going to take the most time on this thing, So we'll probably start on that tomorrow. We'll get, like our sensors and stuff wired in. Actually, you know what I'm going to do tomorrow? We'll start off with the brakes. We're going to do brake because we just pushed it out and in, and there's no brakes. So, we'll start off with bleeding the brakes and stuff, and then we'll start our wiring, running some spark plug wires and stuff like that. So, guys, that's going to be it for this one. Thanks for sticking around. Hope you guys like the new truck. Hope you're as excited as I am, as we are, I should say. He was like way more excited than I was. So that's gonna be it for this one. Thanks for watching. As always, take care. We'll see you in the next one.